This is a follow-up video to a shout-out to all atheists. I had made one originally, but I was screwing around on my videos, and I stepped away from it. My son stepped up to the plate and thought he could mess around and accidentally deleted my video. Maybe it's a message from God. Anyways, well, I did get a chance to meet up with the Jehovah's Witnesses that were going to my neighbor's house. Well, pretty much I just dropped the ball on them. I started to question them about the differences in their Bible and the differences between every other Bible that exists. And right away they became like very, very, very defensive. Like very defensive. Like they started feeling threatened like right away. I don't think they like the fact because Shelly, my neighbor, she doesn't really have any knowledge about the Bible whatsoever. Any version of it at all, really. And so when they started feeding her lies, she just, just accepted it. She didn't know. She didn't know the truth. So when I started questioning about their beliefs, and obviously I was educated and knew what they believed in, they became incredibly threatened. They immediately tried calling me out and saying, "Well, are you trying to disprove our beliefs?" And I said, "No, I'm just asking questions about your beliefs. I'm curious. I want to know. Shelly doesn't know, and she knows that I am educated in what you believe in and what the Bible says. So she asked me to come over here and give her a hand." And they just started getting like really furious. Like they just didn't seem to want to accept this. They were just like pissed, that she would go somewhere else other than them, for knowledge. Why? Well, probably because she knew that they knew. Pardon me. Was the one, I say she because one of the ladies seemed to be the most vocal about it. She was pretty perturbed. Her friend, her partner in crime, whatever you want to call her, had her nose buried in the Bible trying to look up all the stuff that I was talking about. But the one thing I think that really got them, good, was that Shelly has a 4-year-old boy. His name is Mason. He's a beautiful little boy. One of my son's best friends. They play together all the time. One of the Jehovah's Witnesses beliefs is that you don't accept blood transfusion. So if your kid were dying in the hospital and needed a blood transfusion, they would tell you to let your son die. Pretty much. I mean, that's just the way it is. They'd tell you to let your son die. That's what they believe. And so I called them out on that. And I asked the one lady, the one that was the most vocal. I didn't bother getting their name. I didn't care. I don't want to be friends with these people. I want them to go away. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave my neighbor alone. We don't want you coming around. I asked her, I ask you a question. I go, "Do you have a son?" She goes, "Yes, I do." I go, "So if he were in a terrible, terrible, terrible accident and he needed a blood transfusion, or he would die, if he didn't get the blood transfusion, he would die, would you allow him to have the blood transfusion?" And she glared at me like Satan had popped up before her and just scolded her. I mean, she gave me the dirtiest look like you couldn't ever believe. And I knew right then and there she was embarrassed about the answer. She didn't want to tell Shelly in front of her son what she had to say. But I will give her credit for this. She stuck to her guns and she told the truth. She said no. I would not, and I would allow him to die. So I then immediately turned to Shelly and I go, "Shelly, if your son was in the hospital and needed a blood transfusion, or he would die, would you give him a blood transfusion?" I'll give you 3 guesses what she said, and the first 2 don't count. Nagging hen, I know that math might be pretty hard for you since you're such a dumb shit, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt this time. So she was like tripped out by the fact that they wouldn't allow blood transfusions. Like she was totally tripped out. She couldn't believe it. And that pretty much was like, that was it for them. Like she was like, "Okay, you know what, you people, like," she's like, "I'm sorry, but I cannot believe in what you believe in if you're going to allow kids to die." She goes, "I know that the Bible doesn't teach that." And it doesn't teach that. It doesn't. Okay? And if you believe that it does, you're brainwashed. Brainwashed. This is me pulling a handkerchief through my ears because I'm a Jehovah's Witness and I'm brainwashed. It's got soap and water on it. Yeah. So, needless to say, it was a success. They called her up that same day after they left. I got them so huffed up and puffed up that they actually got up and they just left. And they called her up later on that day and said, look, we're not coming back anymore. We'll just drop pamphlets off with you. Well, this last Saturday, they didn't drop off any pamphlets. So, chalk one up for us, guys. Got another friend who's not going to be brainwashed by a cult or bullshit religions. Peace out, everybody. Don't believe in God. You don't have to. You'll do just fine. Love everyone. Hope everyone is doing fine. Peace out. Quagmire 1032.
Yeah.
Giggity giggity.